You know what? It's okay that nobody else liked this. I adored this. Crushed Parking Lot Neighbor adored this. And I really wish we would have paid for the vibrating seats, because I think that would have been fucking awesome, but we did use the butt warmer. And we snuck in cookies and hot chocolate. But to put it in perspective, this is like Rick and Morty made a Christmas movie. Of sorts. Let me explain. Welcome back, and once again, thank you for trusting me with your full spoiler movie reviews. That thing I do where I watch movies and then I tell you all about them. As always, I am unpaid and unsponsored, and spoilers. Spoilers, all the spoilers. If you don't want spoilers, you can go ahead and scroll. I won't be offended. Spoilers. Okay, here we go. This is the 2024 Christmas film that's been heavily advertised for whatever reason. Red One. With The Rock and Captain America and Lucy Liu and J.K. Simmons, who makes an oddly attractive Santa Claus. Like, what's been that over the, last year? Because the one from Violent Night was a Viking and he was hot too. Anyway. So Krampus, who's the brother of Santa Claus, has an ex-girlfriend who's a Christmas witch. And the Christmas witch thought Santa Claus was wasting his powers by rewarding people, when instead they should be punishing bad people. So what does she do? First she goes to Krampus land that kind of looks like hell. He has hellhounds. And steals one of these fancy snow globes. And then her and her team of 13 people that she's birthed infiltrates the plasma dome that secures the North Pole. And then they kidnap Santa to suck out all his essence and use it to multiply and deliver all these snow globes to bad people in the world, so that they'll get sucked into these snow globes and put on a shelf at the North Pole. Kind of like the end of Krampus. Meanwhile, The Rock, who's the head of Santa's security team, and Lucy Liu, who's the chairperson of the board that's in charge of security of all magical creatures, including the Headless Horseman and the Loch Ness Monster, well, they have to save Santa. How? Well, first they have to find out who did it, and secondly, they have to find out how the hell they infiltrated the damn security dome of the North Pole. Well, it's Chris Evans' fault. See, he's like a hacker guy, and he was paid by a mysterious person to follow some sort of geomagnetic whatever that turned out to be Santa's sleigh going into the North Pole and crossing the inner dimensions. Well, once he handed the information over, it turned out to be the Christmas witch, and so they had to get Chris Evans on board, and they had to track down Santa, and they had to fight Krampus. And, then there's a big fight, and they save Christmas. The end. Candy, what the fuck does this have to do with Rick and Morty? Number 1, the monsters. Number 2, there's a shrink ray. There is a grow ray. There's a plasma cutter. There's this little machine that does a bunch of duplicates inside Santa's workshop. But above all, they use interdimensional travel, because apparently the stock rooms at toy stores are interdimensional travel that allows the elves or Santa or whatever to go from one toy store to another. And I don't know, it's just kind of cool. We're not winning any awards here, but it's still fun. And the monster fuckers out here are about to be all hot and bothered and gushy for fucking Krampus, who has the coolest ass flying sled motorcycle thing ever. I do have one question though, and only one singular question. If you're going to pretend to be Mrs. Claus that's worried about Santa, and you want to pretend like you're baking him cookies until he comes back, why the fuck would you say you're baking macaroons out of every other fucking cookie on the whole planet? Because not everybody likes coconut. Me, I love coconut, but my mom hates coconut. I think she hates coconut. Why didn't you just say chocolate chip? Or sugar cookies? The most universal cookies in the whole ass world. Everybody likes chocolate chip. You live in the North Pole, you could have said some fucking gingerbread men. Also, the fucking reindeer are 45 feet tall. They are humongous, which makes me even cooler. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I had a good time. And also, if you have children but you're okay with them hearing profanity, this is absolutely a family movie. This is even the family movie your dad will sit down and watch, because it's got The Rock in it, and The Rock is kind of like Liam Neeson for dads. If he's in it, they're going to think it's awesome. So 10 out of 10 for me. Okay, bye. All I want for Christmas is America's ass.